Welcome to Real Talk, where we talk about the latest street topics and events. This topic in this situation and this edition is a special one. We're talking about a situation that's currently taking place all over the country, and it's young people being affected by the streets and being drawn into the streets, into street life, ending up in the criminal justice system and end up being killed or end up being institutionalized. First question, and really what we really want to know and understand, is if you could elaborate and explore and just give us an insight into how you ended up on the streets.
Basically, like when I was 14, I went out of my yard, didn't. Then some youths just ducked me down and started banging my face and that. They were like, "What ends you from? What ends you from?" And then from there just.
It's just been on since then.
Yeah.
And why do you think that happened? Like,
why it happened?
Yeah.
They thought I was involved in it.
And you wasn't.
Nah.
And that's a situation that loads and thousands, hundreds of thousands of other people.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta carry a knife in it.
Is that to keep yourself protected?
Yeah.
Do you feel protected by carrying a knife?
Yeah, just in case someone tries to stab me, I'll use it, innit?
Have you thought about the consequences of what happens and where you end up? And what's your thoughts on that?
It's long, yeah, but if someone's gonna try to stab me, I'd rather kill them, innit? I'd rather go to jail than die.
Do you think that's ever going to change in society? Do you feel that you're ever going to feel safe?
If only they can stop people from carrying knives, it won't stop.
Is there anything that can be done, do you think? In terms of making us feel safer, you safer, our community safer, where people will get to a point where they feel like they don't have to carry a knife or they won't carry a knife? Or do you feel that things are going to get much worse than they really are?
I think it's the music, innit? Some music, it influences the violence. That's it.
Do you really believe that the music influences violence?
Some music, innit, like name dropping and that, on certain tracks and that just makes it go happen, innit?
Or where they mention the death of people that they've murdered?
Yeah.
Most definitely. But do you feel that there's music can be used in a positive way, like where you can use it to
some drill music that's
self-express
calm,
yourself?
just with vibes and that, but some, they just name drop and that, violate people that died and that.
And that's going to cause a lot of animosity, isn't it?
Yeah.
But do you feel that the platforms have a part to play that are promoting that music? Knowing that they're talking about the death of another person and their family and they're still promoting it and allow it to be played. Do you feel they have any responsibility?
They can stop it, innit, but they won't stop it.
Like Link Up TV, Ground Daily, all these major platforms that promote this music, Mixtape Madness. Do you feel that they have any part to play in it?
No.
No?
No.
Who do you feel is responsible?
It's the government, innit? Because if they ban the music, then it'll be patterned in that. But if they don't ban the music, then it'll just make it worse, innit? And even before music, there was stabbings, innit? So it's a sticky one.
And in terms of being safe in London, do you feel that other young people feel the same way that you feel?
Yeah, there's a lot of young boys here, younger than me, that carry knives. I know he's 13, he still carries a kitchen.
And how old is he?
He's 13.
13 years old.
And he got stabbed 6 times in his hand by another youth from the other care home.
And I guess that makes that person that's been stabbed feel like they're going to have to retaliate or seek revenge.
Yeah, they try to retaliate still.
Did they? And that's a cycle that we see in the streets, because we fail to realise that the streets don't love us. The streets will never love you or have love for you, no matter how real you are, no matter how real you keep it. Even if you keep it 100, the streets will never ever appreciate or show the same love back. But yet we find ourselves on the streets time and time again, and having love for the streets and the things that are involved on the streets, yet the consequences that come with being on the streets. What's your goals and aspirations for this year?
to not go to jail. And that's it.
And finally, if you had a message for young people, what would you give them? What message would you give them that you can inspire them with? Or what's your thoughts?
Don't carry nerves and don't get yourself into beef, innit? Like, beef is long, yeah, and if you're young as well, you can go to school and that. And you can get bare peace from other stuff. Like, go legit and that. It's not worth it, because if you die, you ain't gonna come back, you're sleeping. That's it.